Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm Yassine, and last video I talked about the battery thing, and the audio was like pretty bad in that video. I hopefully got this fixed this time. Anyways, today's video is going to be about interpreted languages versus compiled language. First talking about programming languages. The things that I tried to explain this without a whiteboard, that kind of got a bit too complex, so I'm going to try this out this time. So the first thing, there are two types of languages. But let's go a little bit back to your CPU. So how does your CPU even execute programs? The first thing, your CPU only understands specific type of commands. Binary commands, for example, zeros and ones. So it has like a specific set of commands that ask the CPU to do something and to do it. For example, let's say solving a simple mathematical equation. For example, right now, 3 plus 4. So it will be some code like this, which we'll get to the answer, which is 7. But, you know, memorizing binary code isn't the easiest thing, and that's pretty complex. So something called the assembly language was created. Assembly language basically replaces zeros and ones with words, like add 3 and 4. That's a little bit more human readable, or subtract 10 and 3. Yeah, but the thing, that's still hard. I mean, these are simple examples, but there are a lot of commands like compare, move, if not equal, and lots of weird stuff. So that was still pretty hard. So they created something else called compiled languages. Compiled languages basically make it a little bit more human readable. So for example, instead of having to write add 3, 4, for example, you'd write A equals 3 plus 4. So that's much better. The thing is that compiled languages still have to be converted into assembly code and then to machine code, because that's what your CPU only understands. So that's how it works. You write a program in C++, for example, gets converted into assembly code, and from assembly code to machine code. And then you just go ahead and execute that program on any computer you want. That's compiled languages. On the other hand, with interpreted languages, they don't really get converted into machine code. But you basically leave your code as is, but you will have to have a program called the interpreter installed on your computer. So for compiled languages, this is your code, gets converted, and you can basically run that on your CPU. For interpreted languages, you have to have the interpreter. So basically, the interpreter understands your human readable code and asks the CPU to do it. So basically, one of them is like doing something on your own, the other one asking someone to do something for you. That makes stuff easier because there's a lot of stuff that you will not have to do on your own anymore. That's how interpreted languages work. But everything has its pros and its cons. So for example, compiled languages are easier, compiled languages are harder and require more effort to do some stuff. On the other hand, interpreted languages are easier, but most of the time it's a little bit slower because there's always this intermediate layer that will have to be there to translate whatever you're doing. So that's like having a translator that has to translate everything for you, and you can't really do anything without him. So that's pretty much the case. In like big programs, they're probably going to be made out of compiled languages, at least for the base, and like the top stuff that don't really require any great performance, those will be like sometimes written in an interpreted language. So for example, let's say any big program, I don't really have an example right now, but the base in C++, the plugins and the extra stuff on the top in Python, for example. So yeah, that was pretty much it for this video. Hopefully that was clear enough. If you have any comments and stuff, of course, you can tell me about them. If you like this whiteboard way, or if you'd prefer like an infographic way, post-processing, whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time.